Hello, everybody. My name is Marina Skumanich. I'm a program specialist at NOAA and staff support to the National Coordinated Soil Moisture Monitoring Network. And since I have the distinct pleasure of being the last speaker on the last day of the workshop, I'm hoping that my brief presentation will be scintillating as I give you an update on the current activities and future priorities of the network. So the National Coordinated Soil Moisture Monitoring Network, or NCS-MMN, what is our mission? I think many of you have probably seen this slide already. It is to develop a coordinated, high-quality, nationwide soil moisture information system for the public good. That would be for the full range of applications, from drought to flooding to crop planning to forest management, wildfire, etc., dust health, etc. We just know there's a lot of application areas for soil moisture, and we want to get that data more available to the broad user community. And we do that through building a network of networks, again, drawing up the many great state mesonettes already in place, helping to build more, etc., working with federal networks as well, of course, and bringing in also the satellite and modeling data streams. So we have this sort of full suite of data sources from what we call the three legs of the stool. We also want to build this network of people, again, like this workshop is doing, and other opportunities. We see that people coming together and sharing their activities, their research activities, and their needs and their creative ideas is the best way to make progress on this initiative. I just wanted to show you all and give a quick shout out to the members of the NCS-MMN Executive Committee. We call it Executive Committee. It's basically an advisory group of volunteers from federal and state agencies, universities that are helping to guide this initiative. And these folks were instrumental in getting the strategy together that we just released. Just to say that the folks that are in sort of that off orange are from federal agencies, and the others from non-federal, sort of state university members. So it's kind of a 2/3, 1/3 mix there. But again, thank you all for your service. And as I think you all may know, but just to sort of go over it again, we did just release the strategy for the NCS-MMN just in June, finally formalized by NOAA, with a series of key recommendations, which I'm actually not going to go over point by point, but just are a way for us to be building this initiative through better partnerships, more data coming in, better quality of the data, or more understanding of the data quality, more research, more communication, etc. So what have we accomplished recently? Well, again, this strategy was released, and that is very important. That's our platform from which we're going to be engaging in a lot of further activities, developing institutional home, expanding our emphasis on different kinds of research activities, etc. So that's a big accomplishment. We feel really good about that. We have also seen, as you heard earlier in the workshop, some key network expansions have occurred this last year. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers in the Upper Missouri River Basin, obviously that's a very exciting project, 500 plus new stations in an area that otherwise was sparsely covered. That will be really a boost to our data streams. In addition, the Southeast, there's an important build out. Alabama, Georgia, and Florida are all going to be building out their systems and developing kind of a coordinated 3-state series of products from that. So those are exciting, and more will be coming there, I'm sure, over time. In addition, we've got the development of some proof of concept gridded blended maps. nationalsoilmoisture.com, Dr. Stephen Quiring and Dr. Trent Ford, both of them here in the workshop, responsible for that product. It's something we're really proud of. In addition, the NOAA CRN folks, we didn't hear about this at this workshop, but they are about to release this swamp model, soil water analysis model project, I believe, that will also be a gridded blended map. So that's another exciting proof of concept. In addition, this is more generally, there's been a lot of soil moisture product advancement. I've just called out here NASA Sport Lists and Crop Chasma. I mean, these have been, certainly NASA Sport List has been something that's been going on over several years, but both of them, I think over the last year, have really gotten a lot more attention, have become a lot of more standardized as available for the user community. Excuse me. In addition, there's been quite a bit of outreach and engagement that we've tried to initiate to really, again, build that community of practice. So I just wanted to briefly go over the outreach activities we've done this year. In particular, some of the different kinds of workshops that we've held, trying to meet with and have opportunities sharing with the different components of our community. So starting in March, we had a network operators workshop that was focused on peer-to-peer sharing among the data providers, Mesonettes, both state and federal, etc. And then in May, Dr. Tyson Oshner and Dr. Matt Levy organized, and we supported them, the Soil Moisture and Wildfire Symposium that was sort of bringing attention in the sector of how soil moisture can support wildfire management and monitoring. In July, we had a series of end user listening sessions where we're aiming to get a better sense of the needs of the varied end user community, and that's something we're going to be carrying forward. Obviously, right now in August, we're having this national workshop, and then starting in the fall, we're going to be doing a quarterly series of seminars, so that we'll be regularly bringing new research, new data streams, etc., to the community. In addition to that, we are keeping going with this NCS MMN listserv and also trying to do one-on-one consultations. So looking forward, here are some of the things we're going to be focusing on this next year, our near-term priorities for the NCS MMN. And these are not in any particular order, but starting at the top, we're going to be emphasizing the development of technical assistance resources, in particular starting with this in-situ sensor installation and maintenance protocol. This is an effort being led by the USGS, and they'll be working with the NRCS SCAN program, the NOAA USCRN program, the state climatologist Mesonet committee, drawing off the best practices from state Mesonets, and bringing those resources together to develop this consolidated best practices document. There are a number of data sharing issues we have with the National Mesonet Program. The National Mesonet Program, for those that don't know, is the NOAA collector system for data from the state Mesonets, and it works well in many ways, but there are some data sharing issues and some logistical issues that we need to get on top of to ensure that that's going to be a good conduit for data coming from state Mesonets into this sort of broader national platform. For soil moisture monitoring, you've heard some about that at this workshop, including Cynthia's presentation just moments ago. This is something that there's leadership of the Forest Service with, from both Cynthia West, Stephanie Conley, and others. And so the broader NCS MMN is going to be supporting them in that effort. We have done some user listening sessions this last year. We'll be continuing those and then hoping to come out with a consolidated user needs assessment, one document or series of documents together that lay out for us the product sets that are needed for the different applications, the different user groups, so that we can then use those as we're designing products and thinking about research opportunities, etc. And then we're going to finally continue the outreach activities we've been doing this last year, the workshop series and other things. So finally, your role in the National Coordinated Soil Moisture Monitoring Network. Well, we invite you to be involved at whatever level you'd like, but just as a starting point, would very much appreciate you sharing your opinions with us. I mean, each of you brings expertise in a different component of the soil moisture monitoring spectrum, from data provision to end user, and we would really appreciate hearing from you. As a second thing, we invite you to engage with the broader community, especially across sectors. I mean, we can sometimes become siloed in the particular thing that we're working on, or the particular group we're working on, but we think that working across sectors benefits both sides and enriches the entire enterprise. And finally, continue to do your important work in soil moisture. We really appreciate the research that's being done, the innovation, the expertise that's being shared. Thank you very much for all of that. And with that, thank you very much.